Oh, this is going to air after Halloween. I thought this show was going to air on Halloween. That's why I have the costume, the wig. Oh, after Halloween. Okay, so I should take the wig off. Okay, all right. Oh, this show is going to air. This is going to air the day after Election Day. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm your host, Peter Dugan. What a week it has been. We have great music coming your way tonight. Two musicians who were just featured on our NPR program this past weekend. If you haven't heard that yet, you still can by going to fromthetop.org or listening wherever you get your podcasts. These two were hosted by one of our recurring guest hosts, 𝘱𝐿𝐼, who is doing such a beautiful job as one of our recurring guest hosts, a fantastic pianist and human being. So go check that out. I want to give a shout out to our partner organizations tonight, the Kaufman Center in New York, where many of the performances on this show were actually recorded. Also, the Sphinx Organization, a national organization committed to transforming lives through the power of diversity in the arts. Such admirers of the work that you all do at Sphinx. And finally, to WQXR, New York's only classical radio station. Thank you all so much for being our partners this evening. So we're really excited about the music tonight. We have Brandon Leonard, a 15-year-old cellist from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and we have Isabella España, a 14-year-old violinist from here in New York. And we're going to start things off with some Bach to Bach. Back-to-back Bach. Two Bach pieces in a row. That's the point. If you're enjoying the program, please go into the chat section, tell us where you're watching from, and show some love for our young artists. It means so much to them to hear from all of you. And so now, without any further ado, let's bring on Isabella to get us started with some Bach. Bravi, bravi. Brandon Leonard and Isabella España, you guys were amazing. What a great start to our program. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you just played? Let's start with Isabella.
Hi, my name is Isabella España, and I just played Bach's Partita number 3, Gavotte and Rondeau. And really, Bach needs no introduction, but he wrote over 1,000 works, and this is one of them, and I really like this piece.
Such great energy you brought to it. Brandon, go ahead.
My name is Brandon Leonard, and I played the Sarabande and Courante movements of Bach's D minor suite.
And that Sarabande was so haunting, so beautiful. I would like you now to both talk a little bit about your experience being on the show. As I mentioned earlier, your program just aired on NPR last weekend, and folks can still hear it on their podcasts or on our website. But this show is a little different than the way we've previously made our programs in that it wasn't in front of a live audience. Talk about what this experience was like for each of you. Let's start with Brandon this time.
So I had to go to a recording studio not too far from where I lived, and we had the interview through Zoom. And so first I played 𝐒𝐻𝐺 cello sonata, the first movement, and then we had the interview, and I really had a good time with 𝘱𝐿𝐼. She really made it feel welcoming. So I enjoyed my experience a lot.
How about you, Isabella?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously I was a little nervous at first, but once I, got into the rehearsal room, everyone was so welcoming, and I had a really great time. I also got to play in Merkin Hall, which is at the Kaufman Music Center, and that's my school, so I know that place pretty well, but I had a really good experience, and 𝘱𝐿𝐼 is just amazing. She brings out the good in my playing, and I had a really great time.
Love to hear that. So actually, the work you were doing was in person with 𝘱𝐿𝐼, and that's sort of our model this season. We're having these hybrid shows where some of the young musicians who you'll hear are in person with myself or one of our guest hosts, and then other of the young musicians are tuning in virtually and interviewing long distance and recording at local studios. So we're pretty excited about the model and still being able to bring a national audience, a national group of artists to our national audience. So that's exciting for all of us. Now, because I didn't get to host you guys on the program, I'm just meeting you for the first time, as are many of our viewers tonight. So we're going to do something which is called a lightning round. This is where I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions and just give us a quick answer. And we'll start with Isabella, and then Brandon, you take over. And here we go. All right. How old were you when you started lessons?
I was 4 years old at Opus 118 Harlem School of Music.
I started when I was 10 years old.
Where do you go to school, and what's your favorite subject?
I go to school at Special Music School High School, and probably my favorite subject is science.
I go to Chambly Charter High School, and I think my favorite subject is math.
How about pizza topping?
Well, I used to love black olives. They used to be my favorite pizza topping. Then I went to Italy, and they have the margherita pizza with the mozzarella, the basil, the tomato, and that's just my favorite.
That's the OG. Okay,
Yeah.
how about you, Brandon?
My favorite pizza topping is black olives.
Ah, okay. How about favorite moment on stage, Isabella?
Probably my favorite moment was the time that I played with orchestra in Merkin Hall because I won the 8th grade concerto competition. That was just an amazing experience because I had never played with orchestra before, and a lot of my friends and family were there, so yeah.
You must have had quite a high after that performance. That
Yes.
natural high is just wonderful. Brandon, how about you?
One of my favorite performances was Sphinx competition. I participated in Sphinx earlier this February, and we got to play in the Detroit Hall, so I really enjoyed that experience.
And don't be overly modest here. You placed, right, in the competition.
Yes, I got second prize in the junior division.
Congrats, huge congrats. And also a shout out to all our friends from the Sphinx Organization who are joining us tonight. Okay, how about, what's your favorite non-classical musician or musical group? Isabella?
I like her, Billie Eilish, Mac Ayres. I'm really into R&B music. Yeah.
Yeah, I love all of those. Brandon?
I think my favorite non-classical artist is Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. Okay, I heard Lil Baby on Saturday Night Live I think it was last season, and he was with DJ Khaled. And for a second, I couldn't believe, to be honest, I couldn't believe that his name was actually Lil Baby. But once I got past that, I was totally into it, I have to say. Nice. Love that. Okay. How about, what do you love about your hometown? You guys live in two different towns, but I want to start with Isabella talking about New York. What do you love about New York?
Yeah, so I love going to Central Park, the Natural History Museum. I like going to see Broadway plays. So I guess the thing I love about New York City is that you're never bored.
That's true. How about you, Brandon?
I'm in Stone Mountain. I don't live directly in Atlanta, so it's kind of a slower pace than the faster city, I think. And
Yeah.
I really enjoy the people, and it's a good community here.
How far is Stone Mountain from Atlanta?
Without traffic, I think it's 20 minutes, but there's a lot of traffic in Atlanta, so
Right,
sometimes
of
it takes
course.
an hour.
But it's amazing what just that 20 minutes drive can get you somewhere that's more peaceful, a little more quiet, a little less hectic. All right, last question. What has been a silver lining or, something positive that you can take away from this whole quarantine experience?
I'd say, so me and my family actually recently got bikes, and, I love biking around the city, and because there's Central Park, there are bike lanes, so I guess I've been able to bike more outside during quarantine.
Nice. How about you, Brandon?
I've been focusing a lot on practice, and also, this year at summer camp, I met some new people, so we can also, through Zoom, communicate with them, so I really enjoy that as well.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned practice during quarantine because that sort of leads us to what we're going to do next, which is each of you is going to share a brand new piece that you just started learning during these past 6 months. And so it's going to be fresh. It's going to be what we're calling a quarantine piece, a piece that began during this craziness for each of you. And I just want to thank both of you for being willing and brave enough to share a sort of work in progress with our audience. I think we're going to start with you, Brandon. What have you got for us?
I will be playing Paganini's one-string variation.
And is this going to be literally all played on one string?
I think I go to the D string maybe once or twice.
Okay, we'll be watching for that. Also, I just noticed that my demonstration of one string was with one finger. That would be a different piece, the one finger piece. Maybe you can write that one later. All right, take it away. Bravo, bravo! Brandon Leonard, 15 years old from Stone Mountain, Georgia, playing some wild Paganini. Wow, that was truly mind-blowing to hear. If you're enjoying the program, please consider making a donation to From the Top. We are an independent nonprofit, and we can use any generosity you're willing to offer our way. We so appreciate it. So, Brandon, bravo, bravo on that performance. I would love to just sit here and chat with you, but instead, we're going to bring on Isabella España, our other musician we're featuring right now, and she's going to ask you some questions. So let's bring her on. Hello. Hi, Isabella.
Hi.
Okay,
All
so
right.
why don't you go ahead and ask some questions of Brandon?
All right, so I know you play the cello. I was wondering if you played any other instruments other than cello.
I do. I play violin at school, and I also play piano.
Wow, that's actually really great. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, as you can see, and they actually just won the World Series. But I was wondering if you had any sports teams that you like.
I don't watch sports a lot, but I like the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons.
Nice. My dad likes the Rams. And then I was wondering if you had a favorite food, like maybe a signature dish that you have, like there in Georgia.
I think my favorite food is barbecue ribs.
Amazing.
Ooh, that's making me hungry just thinking about ribs right now. And we in New York, we just don't get the kind of barbecue that you can get elsewhere. It's not the same. So I'm jealous of that. Before we go on to our next piece of music, Brandon, you have a little show and tell for us.
Yes. So first I brought a pillow pet. So I used to sleep with it when I was little, and now I use it as a cushion for when I practice cello.
So you never really had to part with it.
Exactly.
I remember the first time I went away to like sleepaway camp, and I really wanted to bring my stuffed animal that I slept with, which was a duck. And my older brothers were like, "Bud, you can't. You just can't. They'll murder you." So anyway, that's amazing. You still get to carry it with you, but now in a functional way. What else do you have for us for show and tell?
I have Stephen King's The Shining. I don't read books a lot, but I really enjoy horror movies, so that's why I brought this.
What are your plans for Halloween? You're going to put on something spooky?
No, I think I'm just gonna watch a horror movie.
Okay. Are you, Isabella, are you a fan of horror movies?
I mean, I don't really watch a lot of horror movies, but I do like them.
Okay. I don't go anywhere near the things. Okay. I keep them as far away as possible from me. But for those of you watching, why don't you tell us in the chat what your favorite horror film is? And also, I know Halloween has already come and gone at this point. Tell us what you dressed up as for Halloween. And now let's get into some more music. Isabella, you have a piece for us that is also a quarantine piece, a piece that you just started working on during these past few months. What are we going to hear?
So I'm going to be playing Westhoff's Violin Suite Number 1.
All right, take it away. Beautiful. Ana Isabella España, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from New York City. Thank you so much for that lovely, charming performance. That was just delightful. And thanks for offering up that work in progress piece that you only just began during these quarantine months. So I want to give a big shout out to our partner organizations tonight. Those of you joining us from the Sphinx Organization, from the Kaufman Center, from WQXR here in New York, a hearty hello and welcome. So now I'm going to take a back seat and we're going to bring on Brandon Leonard, our young cellist who's with us this evening, and he's going to ask you some questions, Isabella. So let's bring him on. Okay, hi, Brandon.
Hi.
Welcome back and ask away.
So my first question is, do you have a favorite genre of music besides classical music?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I really like R&B music, lo-fi music I also really like, yeah.
Okay. My next question is, how do you feel about virtual school?
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's a little bit more difficult for me, but it's fine for me. I really like staying at home, you know, with my family, but I do kind of miss going outside.
Mm-hmm. And my last question is, do you have a favorite piece or composer?
Yeah, so I really like Shostakovich, I like Mendelssohn, Chopin. I don't really have a favorite piece, but I guess those are like my favorite composers.
Okay.
That's a nice collection. It's nice to hear a violinist give a shout out to Chopin. This is a big deal. This is very exciting. You have a show and tell for us as well, don't you?
Yes. So when I was little, I always asked my parents for a dog. And they said, when you are ready to like take care of it on your own, then we can get you a dog. So they told me when I was 14 years old, I could get a dog. So I just turned 14 this year. So, you know, we got a dog, and she's a petite mini golden doodle puppy, and her name is Nala. I'm going to get her real quick.
Oh my gosh. When you hear someone say petite mini golden doodle, you know this is going to be a cute dog. That's all you need to hear. I'm excited. The anticipation is killing me.
This is Nala. She's about 6 months right now, and she's just amazing.
She's precious. And she's so well behaved too. Look, she's just a snuggle bug. Oh wow. So that's like the best birthday present ever. She's gone. Isabella's just gone. She's in puppy land now. She's not. Oh, there she is.
Sorry.
Hey, so I was just saying that's like the best birthday gift ever.
Yes,
How
totally.
especially during these times when we're all probably feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit isolated. Now there's no reason to leave the house because you got your puppy.
Yes.
Well, before we go on to our final performances of the night, it's time for a little game. Now, for those of you who watched a few weeks ago, you know that the game segment is becoming a regular thing. And there is going to be a massive prize at the end of this season for one lucky winner. The game is going to vary from week to week. And this week, I got to be honest, it's a hard one. It's really difficult. But the important thing is that all of you watching at home need to play along. I'm going to be asking questions, and we need you to put your answers into the chat section. Okay, this game is called IKEA or Composer. And basically, here's how it works. I'm going to be naming names, and it's either going to be the last name of a Swedish composer, or it's going to be the name of a piece of furniture from the great store IKEA. Okay? I kid you not. This is very, very real, and it's not easy. Okay, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to say the name, and then I'll ask one of you to give me, each of you to give me your answer, and then I'll tell you what it is. Okay? Here's the first one. Lindblad. Now, is that the name of a composer or an item from IKEA? And we're going to go with Brandon first.
Can you repeat the word?
Lindblad. I can't spell it for you. It's part of the fun is just trying to guess that.
Um,
Lindblad.
I'm gonna say furniture.
Okay. How about you, Isabella? Composer or
I-
piece of furniture?
That really sounds like a composer to me, but I don't know.
Go with your gut.
Composer.
Composer is correct. This was actually a friend of Mendelssohn's, a romantic composer, Lindblad. Okay, the next one is 𝐒𝐞𝐽. 𝐒𝐞𝐽. Now, is that, hello, my name is 𝐒𝐞𝐽, or is that, I'd please like to purchase 2 𝐒𝐞𝐽s? Which is it? Something you buy at Ikea or the name of a composer? Let's go with Isabella first.
I'm gonna say furniture.
Okay, Brandon?
I agree. I say furniture too.
You got it. You got it. This is a name of a recliner. 𝐒𝐞𝐽 is a recliner. If you, by the way, if anyone watching actually owns any of these pieces of furniture, please tell us. Okay, the next one is 𝘗𝘏𝑡𝑠. 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 Brandon, what do you think?
Composer.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree. Composer.
Wow, you guys are surprisingly good at this. I thought this was going to be more difficult. 𝘗𝑡𝑠 is a living composer. Okay, next one. 𝐴lström. 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 Isabella?
I'm gonna say Ikea.
Okay, she has guessed Ikea. Brandon?
Can you repeat the word one more time?
𝐴lström.
Owlstone.
𝐴lström.
Okay, IKEA. I don't know.
It's not. It's an organist from the Romantic era, also composed a few operas. 𝐴lström. Okay, a couple more for you. This one is Odensvik. Odensvik. And if any of you watching are Swedish, I do apologize for the pronunciation. I'm doing my best, folks. Odensvik. Brandon.
Furniture.
Isabella?
Furniture.
Furniture is correct. This one is a bathroom sink. Odensvik. Okay, last one. 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑔. 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑔. And we're going to start with Isabella on this one. 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑔.
I'm gonna say composer.
Brandon?
Furniture.
Furniture is correct. And I do own a 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑔. It is a bench that has a spot for shoes underneath. Every day I walk home, and the first thing that greets my eyes is 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑔. So there you go. Thank you both so much for playing. Thank you all at home for playing along. And I've lost track of which of you won that, but someone's keeping tally somewhere. And of course, it is very important and highly competitive. So that's important. Thank you. And thanks all of you for watching and joining us for the program tonight. It's been such a pleasure to have all of you with us. But most importantly, thank you to Brandon. Thank you to Isabella. Big round of applause for you guys. It's been such a joy getting to know you. And now, why don't you go ahead and introduce the final 2 pieces of the program? I think Isabella's going first.
Yes. So I'm going to be playing Kreisler's La Gitana.
And then we're going to hear immediately after that from Brandon, and you're going to be playing...
I will be playing Bach's Prayer from Jewish Life.
Such a stunning piece. Can't wait to hear both of these. Take it away, you guys. Wow, that was just absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for that performance, and also to you, Isabella, too. Just beautiful from both of you. We so appreciate you taking the time. Everyone, give it up, please, for Brandon Leonard and Ana Isabella España. You two were just so much fun to be with tonight. Bravo to both of you. Thank you all, everyone. I'm Peter Dugan, and have a great night.